They know that I appreciate the effort. I think especially off the ball, we can see in the numbers, and we can see when we watch the match again how much effort they put into defending high, into the counter press. Also in their sprinting numbers, Marcus had a lot of runs when we had the ball where we did not see him, where we did not use him. Was a little bit unlucky maybe with the timing. And from time to time we oversaw him. Phil is just maybe, not finding the momentum at the moment that he can have. But both of them are very positive, have every right to be positive, and know exactly what we want from them. Ideally, we try to bring them in more one-on-one situations, and ideally they have the confidence to take the one-on-ones. Phil needs maybe a little bit closer connections to a number 10 than we could provide in this match.
We'll get back to Tommy Tuchel in just a quick second, but remember, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification button so that you know when the next Big D video hits. And as ever, if you've got something to say, if something is bubbling up inside of you that you need to express, please express it in the comments. The Big D reads all of the comments, and he's always interested in what is on your mind. Anyway, this little clip is going to be Tommy Tuchel, and he's going to be talking about Phil Foden and Marcus Rashford in the build-up to England's big game against Latvia tonight. And we're also going to be hearing from Declan Rice and his thoughts on Lewis-Skelly, which is quite nice to hear. Stick around for after the clip, because the Big D is going to be giving his thoughts on everything that is said. Here's Tommy.
And Marcus created a big chance, created one big chance for Jude Bellingham, and like I said, had some runs off the ball where we did not use him, but off the ball the effort was there, and that's what counts.
Tuchel was also asked how he's finding international management compared to the club game. His answer proves just how excited he is to be in the role.
I'm the most happy when I'm a football coach in England. This is what I can tell you, because I think it's a very special place to be. It's a very special group of players, and the league and the approach of the fans to the league shapes the character and the attitude of the players, which is always a pleasure to be around, and there is no difference. It feels like training camp. It feels like a pre-season a little bit, because you're 10 days together, so it's very condensed and it's very intense period work of time. Once the games are over, it's very different, because you watch a lot of games, but you don't have the close contact to the players, which I love the most. But it's exciting, because we have 16, 17 months and a big target. We want to qualify for US, and we wanna arrive as a strong group who's ready to go all the way. So it's an honor, it's a privilege, and it's a lot of fun so far.
I've grown so much as a player and as a person in that time. Played with so many players. I think 6 years ago, I remember ex-pros like that are retired now when I was at West Ham telling me, Dec, enjoy your career because it goes so quick. And already it's 6 years in an England shirt. Like, it goes so fast. It's taught me to just cherish every moment. You know, to play for England's the biggest thing that you can do, and it's been one of the best journeys that I've ever had. And as a group, I think I've learnt so much playing. Obviously, we've lost 2 finals, which has obviously been really tough to take. But the journey along the way and the experiences I've had, you know, will stick with me for life. And I think with Thomas now, with this new era, obviously new, young, exciting players coming through, there's still so much more to come. And I think you're going to keep seeing the best of us and the best of each other. Myles, when he first broke into the team, I knew his talent straight away. He trained with us a lot last year at Arsenal, but obviously didn't really play. But I see his talent straight away. And then this year, the way he stepped up and matured over the summer, and then the way he's trained with us every day since, it's been incredible. The way he looks after himself, the way he prepares for matches. He's such a good kid, like such a good kid, and he's been brought up really well. His mum's unbelievable for him. She's such a nice lady as well. So it's no surprise that he's doing really well, because he's got the right support network around him. He's got people at club that are pushing him. He's not too comfortable. He knows he needs to keep going. The other night when he knew he was starting, He didn't even know he was starting. No one knew the team until the day, but he just took it in his stride, and he played how he'd done for Arsenal all season. And look, we have so many good left backs in the country. We can't not mention Lewis Hall, who's been unbelievable for Newcastle this year. Obviously, Shorey, he's been injured, but he's been unbelievable for England in an England shirt. You know, no one's guaranteed a starting place in the England team. You need to be on it every time you come here, and you need to be able to, you know, push to start. And Myles is only 18. You know, we can't put that emphasis on him straight away that he's going to be England's starter for the next 10 years. You don't want to put that pressure on him. Just let him keep playing, let him keep enjoying his football, and I'm sure you're going to keep seeing the best of him. And if he wants to keep being hungry and, you know, being the best he can be, he can definitely have a long England career for sure.
See, well, the thing is with Marcus Rashford in particular, he's got no excuses now. There's absolutely no excuses for Marcus Rashford not to kick on and do well and try and fulfill any kind of potential that he might still have in those legs of his. Because he's not in a toxic environment, as was originally alleged. He's starting, no problem. He's playing in a position that he's used to when he's at Villa, that is. And, you know, he's fighting for a big move in the summer. So there's nothing holding that lad back now, and he's got the opportunity now to play for England again, which is what he wanted to do in the first place. Also in the position that he's most suited as well. So I don't know. We need to see some big things from Marcus Rashford now. Need to see it. Zero excuses. So if he doesn't do it now, then it's probably a case of the guy has peaked out, which he probably did about 2 seasons ago, in the Big D's opinion anyway. But I want to see a good performance from Marcus tonight against Latvia, and it's only Latvia, so all he needs to really do is just put the effort in, which, you know, Tommy Tuchel suggests that he thinks he is. And he did look a little bit feistier than usual the other night, to be fair, against Albania. I'll give him his due, give the devil his due. But he just needs to keep on putting the effort in, and things will, or should, turn out okay for him. Because when you've got players that have got talent like that, because he has got a bit of talent, of course he has, then all those people with talent need to do to succeed is try. Try, and try again. And eventually, something will click and the ball starts going in the back of the net. So hopefully Marcus keeps on putting the effort in. With regards to Phil Foden, yeah, I understand a little bit of the criticism. I don't understand that notion that, oh yeah, all he does is cut inside on his left foot. Well, yeah, so what? Lionel Messi used to cut inside all the time on his left foot. He scored about 95% of his goals with his left foot. Same with Maradona. Now, I'm not suggesting Phil Foden's as good as Maradona or Lionel Messi, but the point is, they were very one-footed, right? Let's give a better example. Arjen Robben. Every single defender knew when they were coming up against Arjen Robben, when he was playing for Chelsea or whether he was playing for Bayern Munich or whoever, he was going to cut in on his left foot and score a goal. That was it. He was going to shoot on his left by cutting in. But they couldn't stop him anyway. He knew what he was going to do, but he was so good and so quick that he did it anyway. So I think that's just I think that's a bit of a red herring, that criticism on Phil Foden. I think it's just a case of Phil Foden's just a little bit out of form, like most of the players at Man City. And he is one of the best players in England. He is a phenomenal player. And I think he's entitled to having a little bit of, you know, bad form. And whenever, like, the top players hit a little run of bad form, you know, the microscope zeroes in on them, and then all of a sudden they are public enemy number one, and they get all kinds of unfair criticism and all of that good stuff. So, or good stuff, or bad stuff in their case, to be fair. But yeah, I think Phil Foden will be all right on the left there. If not, when Saka is back, stick him back on the right, push Foden in at the number 10, and then just drop Jude Bellingham in the number 8 position, because that's the beauty of having a player like Jude Bellingham. He can play anywhere through the middle. You can play him at number 10, number 8, or number 6. But we've already got Declan Rice. We don't really have a starting number 8 position for England at this point. but that's just mainly down to too much tactical tinkering. I think the formation that Tommy Tuchel played against Albania was fair. Playing Jude Bellingham at number 10 and Foden on the right. You know, he was trying to play players in positions that they were suited to for that game. But once Saka comes back, he can still do that because Jude Bellingham can play number 8 just as well as he can play number 10 or number 6 or wherever. Right, so I think that would be the strongest England 11, really. If Marcus Rashford keeps on improving, keep him on the left. Obviously, Big Harry up top in number 9. Stick Saka on the right because he cuts in as well on his left. Phil Foden in at number 10, and Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice behind those players, and that's a really good attacking lineup there for England. There's no excuses for that. No excuses for not doing well with that. You know, starting attack, so to speak. Declan Rice, it's nice to see him kick on. Fair enough. Lewis-Skelly, let's hope he keeps on improving. Because England need all the good players that they can get, and they need all the fit players that they can get. So let's give lots of people chances to shine, and then hopefully we'll have a nice, balanced squad going into the next World Cup. But anyway, what do you guys think? How do you think England will do tonight against Latvia? Is it going to be 5-0, 6-0, or is it going to be a boring 0-0? They're going to park the bus and we're going to take till the 75th minute to break them down. Who knows? You know what England are like. But as ever, put your thoughts in the comments, and the Big D will see you in the next one.